Hi guys, again. This is actually filmed just a few minutes after my unboxing video, and I did not like the way it turned out as far as what you could see, so I did decide to put some of these, quite a few probably, in the small bin. So I thought, well, I'll video that and the difference, and when you hold the camera a little bit closer, you can definitely see them better. So this again is, this is coconut coir over here. It has a coir, I believe is the way you pronounce it, but it's got a few worms in it, but not much. And when you order from Greg, which I did, and will continue to until my farm is producing, but it's very, very light and fluffy. So even though it looks like there's a good bit of coir, it weighs nothing. The worms themselves are, it's just a very, I cannot get over how awesome this is. And it's so funny because I was always such a girl about this kind of stuff. And by the way, I put on a glove because I don't want to handle them too much. I've been out and about today and I have oils on my hand, and I just don't want to do that. But I was holding the mass in my bare hands earlier, but now I'm going to be handling them a little bit more. Okay, so my small, I need to do a video on my big bin because it's actually pretty cool, and I've already found cocoons in it, which thrills me so much. But my small bin, take the lid off, is almost completely comprised of paper and cardboard. And there are very, very few worms in here. This is from the last feeding. And I really should have broken this down more because it's not, it's staying fresh, which to me says this thing may be too cool. I had a failed microgreen crop the other day. I took them outside. I took them out from under the grow lights and took them outside. And I left them, and they ended up in the full sun for most of the day. They did not make it. So I put some sprouts in here, and you'll be able to see. My bed is down there down at the bottom. I keep thinking it's too wet, but that is some of them went. That is where they go. They go down to where it's really, really wet. You can see I've got some small ones in here. This is from my last order. I'm not going to say the last order was bad. I'm just going to say I wasn't as happy with the quality of the worms. But I don't have very many in here. And the few that I have absolutely no shot whatsoever of breaking all this down. And any of the substance you see, let me be careful because there's some worms in here. Any of the brown substance you see, most of it is a little bit, that is not a red wiggler. That's for my garden. Get down. He ended up in there. This is a red wiggler. But you know what? I had some, no, not for my garden. I take that back. Paul went to the bait store and got what he thought was red wigglers, and I'm not sure they were. And I'm also not sure that I don't have one or two in here from my garden. Oh, there you guys are. So they actually they're not eating this lettuce. They eat things as they break down. And the reason there's so little dirt or coconut coir or peat moss a lot of people use is because I actually wanted to use this bed as an experiment. Yeah, I have very precious few worms in here. As an experiment to see how fast they converted the paper mass, really, to castings, because I have a bin 10 times this big in the other room. This is my experimental bin, and I'm not sure how I like it. I will say it doesn't stink. Very, very few flies. So I'm sure there's some springtails that are supposed to be, and that's okay. I think I smell a little bit of the sprouts. Believe it or not, I hate the smell of sprouts more than just about anything else. So I'm gonna put these worms in here. Not all of them, but I really need them to separate just a little bit. And I want to do that very, very gently. You do not want to hurt your worms. They're living creatures. My guess is they're gonna dig down pretty quickly. I'm curious to see how long it will take them. Don't bury them. Leave them alone. They know where down is, and they will find it. So, and I don't want. That's really more coconut coir than I wanted in there too. So we'll see if this breaks down. I'm tempted to put more in there. I don't want to mess up my experiment, but it's hard to get them separated. Oh, wait a minute. This I can get, get over there. I can get these with very little, oh, look at that. Those have very little coir on them. Come on. Come on out. I'm sorry, guys. There you go. Now, that's a good number of worms. They are not liking the light, and they don't like to be exposed. So I'm gonna close this bin up, and I'm gonna, get down, Lucy. Look at Lucy. She's my garden and studio assistant. Lucy, Lucy, get down, off. Good girl. Okay, so we're gonna leave this bin alone, and just to give you an idea, it's just a small little tote from, let's see. Sterilite, 25 quart. 16¼ inches long by 11¼ inches wide by 11, and even with my glasses on I can't read it, something high. So definitely the small bin. I cannot wait to get the large bin out to where I can get a video of it. Where it is won't work, but I'm definitely going to be doing that soon because I'm really proud of it, and it's producing really well. I've got baby worms, I've got cocoons, and all of that. So I'm actually even more excited about that one. But I'm gonna let these guys settle in. I may put a little bit of a treat in there just to get them moving around and excited to be where they are, and we'll see how that goes. So thanks for watching from The Happy Heretic, and like it if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe so you see what crazy thing I'm up to next. Bye, guys.